This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance, and his name is Jerome Horton. He is the chair of California's Board of Equalization, representing 1/4 of the state of California, about 9 million people, almost as big as the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
Quite remarkable. California is breaking ground.
They are?
They are. Recently, SB 358, the California Pay Act, was passed and signed by our governor. What does it say?
You know, the Pay Act basically, previously, Brad.
Please.
Previously, the law said that if a woman did exactly the same work that a man does, she has to get paid the same salary.
But the key
It was an equity issue.
But the key is exactly.
Exactly. That was the key. So Hannah Beth Jackson, who was Senator Hannah Beth Jackson, who was the author of the bill, she decided that it should be substantially the same in order to address some of her concerns. Her concern is that you could give a man a little edge to give him a little extra salary, but for the most part, they're doing substantially the same work, and they should get substantially the same pay.
So I'm wondering if this law, which is now on the books, is really a boondoggle for litigators. Because in the final analysis, substantially similar. What is substantially similar? That's a legal question to be decided by courts, presumably.
You know, it's a lower threshold.
Yes.
You know, so depending on how far you push it, certainly could end up in the courts. You know, and the courts would ultimately have to make that decision. But I would speculate that, you know, it's an equity issue. And so as long as there's equity, an appearance of equity, reality of equity, that everyone should be paid the same.
Is there significant guidance in the legislation, in the legislative history, so that businesses know how to comply?
The legislation is pretty detailed, but I would tell you, Brad, as you know, you've been around a while, you know that we're going to need cleanup legislation to bring some clarity to some of the concerns that are out there. And I'm pretty sure that's coming.
What's interesting about this legislation is that the California Chamber of Commerce came out in favor.
Yeah.
Which some would say is surprising.
Yeah.
Republicans, many in the state legislature, came out in favor.
In favor of it.
Which some would say is surprising. How did this coalition get built, to the extent you know?
It's an equity issue. You know, I mean, it's not an issue that's going to drive businesses out of California.
Is that true?
In fact, the belief is, my belief as well, is that it'll increase the recruitment, increase our ability to recruit qualified women who are capable of doing the job, but just don't take it because there isn't equity in the salary. And so I think it's a good thing all the way around, and that's why you had that broad-based coalition with Republicans, Democrats, chambers, business, and so forth.
But you have, I don't know if I'll use this term, the vultures from other states, you know, the governors that come to California and try to pick off our businesses, and they're circulating. And they're talking about this Fair Pay Act as a reason to get out of California.
Well, what is Texas and the rest of them going to say? We hire only men, so come to Texas? No.
How's California do when it relates to the question of hiring women and equity in pay?
California, the state itself, has its challenges.
Really?
It does fairly well on the entry-level positions, you know, but as you begin to matriculate up to the more advanced positions where, you know, you're getting six-figure income, you don't find that women are not faring that well. Minorities don't fare that well as well. You know, I believe it's less than 5.6% of what they call the career executive positions, which are the prime positions, 6 figures. You have 5.6% African Americans, 11-point-some% Latinos. So the state of California needs a little work. We need, you know, we've got to focus on trying to balance that. BOE's doing a fabulous job.
Of course.
As you know, we're doing a fabulous job. Our top executives at the BOE and the Franchise Tax Board are women. You know, within the organization.
3 members of your
board members are women.
There you have it. He's Jerome Horton. He is the chair of California's Board of Equalization. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.